Hello everyone, Drew Wilson of Your Era Gamer here, and today I have another episode of Things I Did in Minecraft. And this is going to get me back into my main base, mine. And as you can see, it's just nothing much has really changed, but that music box is new. And I'm sure veterans will maybe see where this is going, but I've expanded my room for different boxes, like chests and stuff. So, because I was just finding a whole bunch of stuff, and one of the things that I was desperate for was diamonds for the longest time. So, yeah, not a whole lot has changed. There was some areas. I was also looking for coal, which is why I mined this particular zone. So, I thought that's a good level for coal, and I went ahead and did that. So I am going to go back down my cave system. I did add to some of the levels. These are not some of them because obviously a lot of the stuff is deeper. There's some granite, gravel. Obviously not some stuff that I really needed. Andesite, I believe it's called. No, not andesite. It's diorite. So I just kept going down here. I'm just gonna head down. Where's the next step? There we go. That's the andesite. I don't think I added anything here. Because that was for my iron, and I found a much better source for iron. So nothing much added here. Nothing really added here. This is as big as ever. But where did I add to? I know I added it some areas. Not this. Oh, there it is. This area. Before I found the desert mine, this is where I was finding all my gold. And I really dug down a lot in this area, and I could very easily keep going. I added some exit signs as well because I didn't want to get lost in my own massive mine system. But one of the things I did find was that diamonds were basically located on the lowest levels for the most part. So yeah, this is all new. I filled in some of the areas because I was sick and tired of jumping over bedrock, but yeah, that is all the areas I mined. This was formerly my other level. I was digging and found some lava, so I dug some of that out. I was able to pull some of that and turn it into the purple stuff, whatever. But anyway, one of the things I discovered, besides more instances of lava, was something quite significant. I decided to try and see if I could pull out the lava, and I came across this. And as it turns out, I found an ancient city. As you can tell, I spent a lot of time securing this. And securing one of these is a much taller order than securing a regular cave system. You don't have to worry about regular enemies. You have to worry about super powerful enemies. And this used to be covered in skulk. I found that this skulk stuff, if it's a regular block, is a lot of experience points. But there's 3 features in these ancient cities of note, and that is the little egg thing. I'm forgetting a lot of things these days. The sensors and the shriekers. And trying to figure out a good way of defeating the security systems proved to be difficult, but I eventually settled on smashing all the shriekers first, because if there's nothing to set off the shriek to summon the warden, then I have less to worry about. And I actually left one of the, not the shriekers, but the sensors alive, because I learned a heck of a lot about movements. So if I just walk normally, that should set it off. Where are you? There we go. You can see the little blue beam here. And trying to figure out what sets off these things. Yeah, there's a lot that sets it off. So regular walking will do it. Obviously jumping will do it. And there you go, set it off. And of course falling down also sets it off. Okay, there's got to be a better way of doing it. Oh, there's two up here. I didn't notice. So yeah, falling will set it off. Now, using shift, you can move around and you can see I'm not setting it off. So in the process of figuring this out, I found out you can't actually fall down these things, and that has actually significantly increased my ability to build things. I didn't think there was a way of doing that, but there is an easy way of doing it. And sometimes when I stand back up, okay, it didn't happen that time. Sometimes it sets them off. So one of the things I was trying to figure out here was how do I go up these steps? Obviously, jumping on these will set it off. So I figured if I crouch a second I'm falling, then I won't set them off sometimes. And crouch jumping. This is the first time I played a game since not Far Cry, what's it called? Half-Life, where crouch jumping is a thing. The crouch jumping in the other game was about trying to get up to higher levels. So if I jump and land here, it doesn't set it off. So there you go, getting up. Landing sets it off. But crouch and jump doesn't. And I eventually took that to my full advantage and was able to more safely secure the rest of the city. And I can tell you right now this city is absolutely gargantuan. And I think the numbers, as I'm going to explain this, the numbers pretty much catalysts, that's what these are called. Finally remembered it. Hooray for me. But just looking at the numbers alone, like, it tells you everything you need to know about what you need to go after, because I've ended up finding about, I think it was 53 shriekers throughout this entire area. 53. And some of them are clustered too. So I had to quickly smash one, run away, let the warden spawn, then despawn. And luckily there's a whole bunch of buildings in here. And then go back, smash the second one, set off the remaining shriekers, and just lather, rinse, repeat until all the shriekers were destroyed. And then I could just take out all the sensors safely. I can tell you how annoying that was. Like, it was so time consuming. But one of the things I did find was this area here. Over top of all the other chests and stuff like that. But I started wondering, am I playing Minecraft or am I playing Doom? And I did take a sample off the side of it. This is like soul sand or something like that. And yeah, those are, and those are light sensors as well. So if I move around just like the regular sensors, it'll set it off, but this turns on the lights. And I haven't figured out. But the other thing too is that thing. And I can't smash it, so it's staying where it's at. I think it's reinforced deep slate. I climbed up here, and this was one of the most annoying, and I found this in another area too, where basically the sensors and the shriekers were buried inside the skulk, and I thought, okay, that's unfair. Seriously, I would expect it at least to be in the open air, but no such luck. But I got an incredible view of the city that I managed to basically safely secure. There is one area that I didn't bother, and that is a giant mine shaft that leads away from the city, and there was just more and more of those things. And I thought, alright, I secured the city, that's good enough. So I kind of gave up after a while. I thought, there's no real point in going after those. And I have all these catalysts, all this skulk, that's good enough for some experience points. But in the process of discovering stuff, this isn't the way I end up finding it, but it's the easiest way I could get to, are these things. Not entirely sure what they're for. But apparently you can make devices. So it's, I tried to modify a thing. I thought, well, maybe it's a puzzle and I have to kind of figure out how to get this to activate and move to that. And I didn't really figure anything out. I found a lectern over here and I thought, I don't have a lectern. And I found a target here. But I don't have any bows and arrows or anything like that, so I thought that was a really cool discovery. There was a huge thing here. I ended up dismantling it because I thought, well, maybe I can find some use for it, and I really haven't yet. But yeah, this is the weird underground area that I found. I wonder if I can find you. The other thing that I was going to mention. I still have a moment. There's some waterfalls in this area. There was a lava fall over here. Ladders. There's all sorts of stuff. This used to be entirely covered in skulk. And I'm trying to figure out if there's any use of skulk other than, you know, just experience points. But I think the use is to darken this, because I put torches up and this still felt like super dark. But once I got rid of the skulk and replaced them with torches, everything was brightened up. But yeah, these are some of the chests I was able to find. I already looted that. So this is one of the things that I was wanting to show you here, and just because it felt a little unfair to the player. I was constantly going around here and then setting off a shrieker. There was a sensor, and I couldn't find it. I found a couple sensors up here. I smashed those, but I still set off the shrieker. So I started, you know, systematically placing torches where I knew was safe, and I was coming around here, set it off. So I was looking up, trying to find anything. I thought maybe there was something up there, but that doesn't really make any sense, because why does it not set it off here? But it sets it off. But I set it off over here. So I started narrowing it down, trying to figure out where I was setting it off. I set that shrieker off I don't know how many times, and I had to wait out everything, and I got to here, set it off. So I thought, okay, maybe something is in here. Come in here, set it off. So I thought, okay, I narrowed it down to this corner, and I started removing all the skulk. This used to be almost all skulk. And I found a catalyst here, a shrieker here, I believe it was, and a sensor here. So this sensor in this area was getting set off, and I couldn't see it because it was buried, and I was setting off the shrieker here. So I was constantly setting off, and I was like, okay, what on earth? Why can't I find what is setting that off? Oh my goodness, that took a lot of figuring out, but I eventually did figure it out. There's also what looks like a bit of a... So this is what this skulk looks like. I found this area. This had a shrieker up there. That had like 5 shriekers up there. I believe it was. Yeah, about 5. Yeah, and it's all skulk in this area here. Just tons of it. And there's gray wool here as well. Like, that's what this is, gray wool. And of course there's ladders here. I could come up here and check out this area. Didn't really fully explore this, but there was a few sensors there that I got rid of. And just so you can fully appreciate, that's how big it is. It can't even render all the way through the cave here. That's how big this whole city is. I couldn't believe it, and it took me probably a good week to try and secure this. I eventually did, but boy was it time consuming. But anyway, I thought that was something you might be interested in checking out. And I guess that is all for now. And until next time, what is your era?